Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is David Suttoff with the High Table. And today, I have a special guest today. We got to call Nashville Finest here. He's here. We have the coach of the Tennessee State University Tigers. We have Nolan Smith here. And this isn't about me. Absolutely, this is nothing about me. He don't know about my history, about being a man around here, but we'll talk about that later. I sent him some stuff I want him to look up, but he didn't bring it up though. But that's okay. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
If I got to talk about it, that means I really wasn't that good. But I was nice in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
He was nice. He was nice.
Hey, years ago. So I got Nolan Smith here, and I brought him here because, for one, he's the bros, new member of the greatest fraternity, a brotherhood alive, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. But more so, he's an important figure in our community. He's played basketball all over the world, but God brought him here to West Nashville to show people what basketball can look like and should look like. So this interview here is just about him, for us to get to know him and just respect his journey. Okay, so introduce yourself, sir.
Yep. Well, my name is Coach Nolan Smith, head coach, Tennessee State men's basketball team, the OVC champions.
How about that? And so when you say something real dope, I'm going to hit you with the... Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, guy, I got to do it all. I'm a one-stop shop over here. Okay. So let's talk about you growing up in D.C.
Yep.
Coming from the South, we hear about the talent in that area.
Yep.
Before we got started, we talked about a photograph of you, Mays, Michael Beasley, and Kevin Durant.
Yep.
Talk about that space of just love of basketball in that moment.
Yeah. So, growing up in the D.C. area, obviously it's a big-time basketball city. Everybody, it's either basketball or football, and everybody is really just trying to be the best they can be, make the NFL, make the NBA. So when I got there from Louisville, right away my dad was coaching for the Washington Bullets. I lost my dad when I was 8 years old. So for me, I always wanted to follow in his footsteps. And following his footsteps means in every single way.
Right.
Play basketball, make the NBA, and just do anything that I think that he would have wanted me to do if he was around. So just trying to honor him. Growing up with Ty Lawson, Mike Beasley, Kevin Durant, it was very competitive. A whole lot of NBA guys, a whole bunch of young guys first, and then became NBA guys. But a bunch of young guys in the gym on Monday through Saturday in the summertime, during the school year on Saturdays, getting dropped off at the gym at 7 a.m., not getting picked up till 7 p.m., going to the carryout, getting 3 wings and fries with mumbo sauce and a large half and half. That's for the Arnold Palmer people out there. Right. It's a half and half.
Yeah.
But that was the daily grind, just to really become great and become legendary with my brothers.
That's an amazing time when basketball was pure. You know what I'm saying? We have a park around the corner, Hartman Park. A lot of great Nashville guys that played. And when I got old enough to get on the main court, I was scared to death because I looked at these guys as giants.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to throw a few names out there. Growing up playing against Charles Davis, they played with Mike. Terry Callish, that played in Orlando, and a bunch of other local legends around the way that taught me basketball.
That's
and so playing NAIA basketball, it was easy because in summertime I got beat up. Talk about the summertime runs. Like, who was that one guy in your neighborhood that everybody looked up to but couldn't nobody beat? Who was that one guy?
The one guy that's on my staff right now, DeMar Johnson.
Yes. Yes. He was the guy. He was the guy.
He was KD before KD.
Wow.
And KD will tell you that.
Wow.
DeMar was the guy that we all looked up to. Then it was Delonte West. There was an OG named Kurt Smith.
Okay.
Right? He was a big-time player, but he ended up becoming a street ball legend. But he was one of those guys that when he got old, he started training us, getting us all in the gym. Would find us at some point play us one-on-one, and we could never beat him, even though he was older. He still had game.
Right.
So, there's so many guys in the D.C. area that were just legends who we looked up to. But, again, it was if you wanted to be something, it was a bloodbath. Like you said, just the respect to the OGs that paved the way for us.
Right.
But then you had to claw and fight. If you wanted to get on the court one and stay on court one,
that's right.
You had to prove it.
It was 2 courts down at Hartman Park. The other court was for the kids.
Yep.
If you were good enough, but you had to play. You had to play.
Yeah. Yep.
And so let's talk about, you talk about your dad, his influences. Was he your first hero?
Absolutely. And I think growing up and just being around basketball, in those 8 years, he showed me pretty much everything I needed to see in those 8 years, and probably can only remember obviously the last 3.
Right.
So between 5 and 8, and again, really it's 2, 5 and 7.
Right.
You know, I just turned 8 when he passed. So 5 and 7, I was a sponge. I was watching. And obviously, God knows, right?
Right.
And he put you in positions. He was able to put me around my dad. My dad retired from the NBA after the knee surgery, became a coach. And he retired because he said, I want to be able to run around with my son.
Right.
I don't want to be limping around and not be able to play with my son. So, you know, watching him with the Bullets, he was taking me to practices. I was watching him coach, watching him do his thing. I would go to the Washington Bullets games and sit courtside and collect sneakers from all the NBA players. So I was having so much fun with him. And, you know, I remember those days like it's yesterday. And then obviously at 8 years old on a cruise with the Washington Bullets, you know, a sudden heart attack. You know, he was healthy. Something happened where, boom, he's taken from us. And, you know, left behind my mom, my sister, and I, the 3 of us, just to be the close trio that we always have been. But at that time, at a very early age, you know, I remember becoming the man of the house.
Right. And so my dad passed away in 2020, and it's just a big void. You know, my dad was my hero.
Yep.
You know, you can talk about my mom. My brother had my mother.
Yep.
I had my dad.
That's
and
right.
I seen one time this dude lied to a teacher for me. He knew I didn't do the homework. He said, no, he did it. And we got back in the car. He said, boy, don't have me lying to these teachers. I know you didn't do your work, son.
That's right.
And so just seeing him being a mentor, a hard worker, just kind of paved the way for how I am. Plus, I saw how he treated my mother.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And so I thought that was real big. And so let's get into college. You come from a predominantly black area in D.C., but then you go to the South. Or was it some level of agitation, or was it a smooth transition?
No, it was definitely a culture shock. Definitely a culture shock. I mean, when you make a change, growing up in D.C., Chocolate City, PG, Pretty Girl County, right? It's a change, right? And I had been around a lot of different things, going to private schools. For basketball in the D.C. area is a huge thing. WCAC, but even those were predominantly black.
Right.
You know, the WCAC, St. John's, go to Riverdale Baptist, predominantly black. Everything in D.C., PG County is black. It's one of the richest African American counties in the country.
Wow.
I think number one, right? Number one richest African American community in the country. And you know, from there you go to Duke, culture shock. But the beautiful thing for me is going down there, I had North Carolina Central, A&T. Shaw. So all those things down there in the Raleigh-Durham area really made it a great location for college. You know, even though you had Carolina, Duke, Wake Forest, those schools down the road.
Right.
You know, the surrounding areas were very cultured, very, very just exactly what I needed. So it ended up making my college experience exactly what I wanted out of it, as well as getting the Duke side of everything.
Right.
Throwing myself into Duke, throwing myself onto the basketball court there, into the community. To really get the best exposure and everything I needed to become a better man.
Wow. And similar trajectory. I went to Trevecca. At that time, it was probably 2% blacks up there. You know, and I have some white people say, you're the first black I've seen in person, which was I was mind blown. And this is 88. Okay, things are different. And at Trevecca, we couldn't wear shorts, couldn't go to movies, couldn't have girls in the dorm, couldn't have a lot of stuff. So I relied on my dad's teaching because I always had a curfew. So having an 11 o'clock curfew was standard.
Absolutely.
You know, I trusted authority. You say don't go right, I don't go right.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But I also saw people couldn't handle that and would be gone by the semester's end. You talk about agitation going from a black city to the South. Any instances this kind of made you change your decision, or did you always feel like you wanted to go to Duke, or that was a part for the course?
I think I always wanted to go to Duke. My mom was obviously huge on education.
Right.
Coach K was Coach K from a basketball standpoint, so she pretty much let it be known right away that Duke was the perfect school for me to go down there and, you know, get the best of both worlds.
Right.
I think Duke definitely just going to Durham. Durham was kind of like D.C., just a smaller version. Like North Carolina South was different, but Durham was Durham.
Durham.
Right? I remember going down there getting the Welcome to Durham DVD and getting told where not to go, South Side, North Side.
Absolutely.
Don't go to East Durham.
Absolutely.
Right? Durham was Durham. I enjoyed my time out there because it was a cool city.
Right. And so you played for Coach K. You know, listen to him. Tell me a little bit about him and your relationship. I'm sure you still keep in contact.
Oh, we talk all the time. We talk all the time.
Hold tight. That's heavy, guy. That's heavy. You say it so casually, like y'all are boys. I'm sure y'all are boys.
Yeah.
But from somebody that didn't play major college and look at Coach K as this huge guy, he's a regular guy to you.
Yeah.
What are your conversations like? I'm sure he's happy for you right now.
I mean, he's a father figure. Coach K is a father figure. He's a mentor. He's somebody from the minute I stepped foot on campus. You know, he started guiding me and teaching me how to become the best version of myself in both ways, player and as a man.
Wow.
But it really wasn't perfect right away because at the end of the day, Coach K is trying to win. So he has the seniors and juniors and guys ahead of me that he's trying to teach and mold, and he's basically waiting you as a freshman to catch up.
Right.
Right? You got to figure out what that means. How can I catch up? How can I quickly get minutes? How can I earn his respect? How can I show him that I'm meant to be here with all these other McDonald's All-Americans? So the crazy thing is, so when Johnny Dawkins recruited me, Johnny Dawkins and my dad played for the Sixers together with Charles Barkley and all those guys. Johnny Dawkins is the reason why I went to Duke, even though Duke was Duke. When Johnny left and went to Stanford, a part of me left with him. I'm like, man, you and my dad were best friends, and obviously when you lose your dad at a young age, you're always searching for a piece of your dad, right? A connection to your dad. Johnny was that connection. So when he leaves and he goes to Stanford, I'm like, well, I'm transferring too.
Right.
But one thing my mom always told me, you ain't running from nothing.
Right.
You chose Duke. You ain't running all the way to the West Coast. Hey, that's too far away. We didn't sign up for the West Coast. We signed up for you to be 3.5 hours away from D.C. right down there in Durham, North Carolina. I'm like, all right, but you're going to get back in the gym. You're going to work, and you're going to figure it out. Coach K immediately called me, and he said, I know how you feel. I know Johnny's leaving. I got you. I got you. And the minute he said that, I knew that he was going to be my coach. All the other assistant coaches were great, but Coach K became my guy. And to this day, he's never missed a Father's Day text. He's never missed a birthday text. Nothing. But he really understands when he became a father figure when Johnny left, that what that means to me, and that's basically the mentor and the guy that he's became in my life.
And he took that father figure serious.
Very serious.
You know, and he preaches that, and, you know, of course I follow him and listen to him. He's just a stand-up, solid individual.
Yeah.
Coming into Duke and seeing all that talent, how long did it take for you to really ingratiate yourself into the system, like to figure out you can really play with these other McDonald Americans? Because you was one as well. Was it off the top, or did you just kind of matriculate your way into the system?
No, it was right away. Because again, coming from DC, I've been in the gym in the summertime with Kevin Durant, Mike Beasley, Jeff Green, Delonte West, Keith Bogans.
Yeah.
I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I'm playing against NBA guys in the summertime.
Wow.
So I go to college. I'm like, man, I've seen
that
better.
before. I've seen that before.
Yeah, I've seen that before. So, but I think the thing is, when you're going as a McDonald's All-American, obviously you're confident, you're feeling yourself.
Yeah.
When you get there, there's other McDonald's All-Americans in front of you that have been there, but there's so many things you have to learn.
Right.
You have to learn how to talk. You know, I didn't realize you going to college that you didn't talk.
Right.
I thought my play would just speak for itself.
Don't worry.
You got to learn to talk. You got to learn to lead. You got to learn to do so many little things.
Right.
And those are the things that Coach K was noticing, that those little things affect winning.
Right.
Right? And those are things as a big-time high school kid coming to college, you can think that you're really good, but if you ain't doing the little things, then you're not going to play.
The intangible.
Because
everybody can score.
Yep.
So talk about the mentality of the kids today as opposed to when you played. I'm always saying when I played back in my day.
That's right.
How have you been able to coach that type of difference? Because the kids are different now.
They're different.
So speak to that.
I think for me right now in coaching, especially head coaching, it's instilling confidence in them. It's making them believe that they're the best version of themselves at all times. While at times you might have to break them down, but then you quickly uplift them. Quickly. And having to pick them up and give them the confidence that when they accept them in lines, they believe that they are really good and they put the work in to be in the position that they're in. I think it's different, right? Coach K and all the old school coaches, the things they used to say to us.
Oh, my God.
They would beat our heads down. And we were being told, man up. Right? Call your mom crying. First, man, Coach K said this to me today. Man up. If I call my stepfather, man, you heard worse.
That's right.
We used to say worse to you.
That's right.
So what you calling us for?
That's right.
Man up. Click.
Right.
Nowadays, parenting, everything starts at home. They're not getting that type of treatment. Right. I understand mental health. I understand all that. We were told to man up.
True.
We were told to man up. So again, but understanding the generation that we're in, right? I have to coach understanding that. So again, I try to just lift them up, be positive, coach them hard.
Right.
Tell them what they're not doing. Again, if you tell me you want to be a champion, well, this is what it takes to be a champion.
Right.
And I'm going to have to coach you hard a lot of times, but I'm also going to make sure you're as confident and believe in yourself as much as possible so that we can go get the job done.
That's good to hear because the kids today, they're not soft. I don't think they're soft. I think that sometimes we forget how we were raised and we turned out pretty good.
Yes, right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, my brother would take me to the court, and I was afraid to play with the big guys.
Yeah.
And he made me play, and I figured out it's not that bad. I can kind of compete.
That's right.
You know, we played at a gym, Glencliff High School, with some of the best college guys in Nashville history. I mean, they would be in that gym. It's a small gym, hot gym, but they play old school basketball.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
The playoff files was in effect.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? 2 games would take 3 hours. People cheating and arguing and fighting. And so I figured that if I could do well in that gym, NAIA basketball should be all right.
Oh, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
I remember growing up. So my dad's from Hogansville, Georgia.
Okay.
The country.
Oh, man.
The country.
Hogansville. Never heard of it.
Near LaGrange, Georgia.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I heard of
Hogansville's
it.
a little small town right beside LaGrange.
Yeah.
And I would go down there with my big cousins. Whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Big country strong cousins. Right. I'm coming from the city. They like, what's up, city boy?
Yeah.
What's up, city boy? Yeah. I'm like, man, y'all country. You know, we got the city country
dialect. Right.
We going back and forth. But they put me in figure 4 leg locks, head locks.
Oh, man.
My sister tying her legs up. We coming in and out, scratches, beat up. All right, let's go to the park. And they beating me up.
Yeah.
So, again, those times down there with them really made me tougher.
Wow.
You know, going to the country. But like you said, you leave that court, and they calling me No D Smith because you don't play no defense.
That's right.
They talking junk to me.
Right.
And every summer I came back, I was better and better and better. I can't wait to go to the country. I'm going to
tear them up.
I'm going to show them I'm tougher, too.
That's right.
Right? Because many days I was running up that hill from the gym.
Yeah.
Grandma!
Yeah. Right.
Grandma! Y'all better leave my baby alone.
That's right. That's
but
right.
It got to a point where Grandma was like, man, take your butt back and stop crying.
That's right. That's right. And that's what I think we kind of missing now. And I think we're speaking to the same point is playing on the park.
That's right.
You learn how to defend yourself, to fight, break a double team.
Yep.
Me and Dante Jones, I'm sure you'll meet him at some point, played at Mississippi State. Real good friend of mine.
Yep.
We talked about the simple game of 36.
Yep.
It's gone.
Yes.
And you can switch up 36. You can lose the paint. You got 2 dribbles and score, things like that. And the game will be so physical that, you know what I'm saying, that it makes you tougher.
Yep.
You learn how to break a double team. You learn how to go left.
Yep.
Game point, you're going to get beat up on game point.
Man, you ain't scoring.
No, period. You know what I'm saying? This means it's a wild shot. And so my son played college ball, and I would tell him, you don't play enough basketball.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to practice to work on your game, it's too late.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? You got to put the time in. And so you talk with Coach K, you learn how to – what made you think you want to coach?
My dad.
Yeah.
So my dad played and then he coached.
He coached. So you're following behind him.
Following in footsteps. It was kind of always my plan that when I'm done playing, I didn't know how soon it would happen. I think everybody thinks they're going to play forever, right? I think I'm going to play till I'm 40, play till I'm 43, 44 years old.
Right.
For me, the injuries happened a little quicker. ACL tear, meniscus tear on both sides. So basically 2 major knee surgeries and basically within a year on 1 knee. So I knew when I was done playing, I was going to coach it. So, you know, on God's plan, I jumped right into coaching pretty early. I followed his commands, right?
Wow.
I didn't try to fight it and keep playing.
Right.
I said, man, I'm down here. I'm doing my rehab at Duke. Blessing came. Coach K's like, man, you know, I don't want to force you in to stop playing yet, but, you know, if you want to coach, here you go. You start out as special assistant and started learning how to be a head coach. Again, if you wanted to be a coach on Coach K's staff, you had to want to be a head coach. You can't want to just be an assistant.
Yeah.
You can't just want to be an assistant your whole life. No, you want to be a head coach. Yes, I want to be a head coach. Okay, all right, come on. I'll teach you. I'll mold you. I'll turn you into a head coach.
That's so amazing that you get that type of information from him. A lot of things are said about Coach K, but the Duke and his good things. But from the outside looking in, that Duke family is tight.
Yeah.
When y'all come back for a reunion, everybody is there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, from the top of the food chain to the bottom of the food chain, guy. You know, from Grant to Wachowski, the little short guy that was slapping the floor, sliding the feet. Yeah, Rojo. Yeah. Everybody's there. Did he cultivate that culture of just family.
Yeah.
We love each other. We can talk crazy to each other, but we defend each other.
Yeah.
He's the architect of that, correct?
Absolutely. Like I'll say, probably now it's the first brotherhood that I was a part of. Now I'm a part of the greatest brotherhood of all time.
Say less. Absolutely.
But it's basically the same thing, where he taught us the values, he taught us the principles,
right?
He taught us everything that it takes to be a part of the Duke brotherhood, and he stood on it. Like this is who we are, right? And no matter what, when Coach K is long and gone, you are still going to be a brotherhood.
Wow.
You wore the jersey; it's got to mean something,
right?
You wear it with pride. You carry it wherever you go. And the crazy thing is, wherever you go, there's somebody from the brotherhood there.
That's right.
There's somebody there.
Everywhere.
Wow. Business, broadcast, ESPN, TV, front offices, especially in basketball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Especially if you're in basketball, you're going to see them. We got a bunch of guys in business, former managers, former walk-ons that are doing great things in business. But if you're still in the basketball world, if you need anything within the brotherhood, it's at your reach.
That is amazing, guy. And so now, are you trying to develop that same culture at Tennessee State?
Absolutely.
The same. Talk about that. And did you have any difficulty bringing that winning tradition to these guys here who probably never won on your level?
Yeah. Well, I mean, definitely, I would say no, and it wasn't easy. I would just say that.
Okay.
Obviously, we were able to win this year, but it was a process.
Right.
It was a process to building this championship team and building the championship energy and knowing what it takes, the sacrifice it takes to become a champion.
Right.
This group sacrificed pretty quick. They bought in very quick.
Wow.
Typically it takes time to build a real championship culture.
Right.
Thankfully, there were guys here that were talented and they were bought in on winning.
Right.
Aaron Nkrumah, me and me have many conversations. Coach, man, I've always just wanted to win.
Right.
I've always just wanted to win. So when you have guys like that truly just want to win, again, one of my favorite sayings is if we win, we all win.
Right.
If we win like we did this year, Aaron Nkrumah Player of the Year, Travis Harper First Team, Dante Second Team, Dante Newcomer of the Year, all these awards and stuff that all of you write down on your own individual list, it's going to come. That doesn't come if you lose.
Right.
It doesn't. You end up being second team or third team. Some of you off the teams. Right. Nobody's going to look at the team that's losing. So you want these goals, let's win. Let's play winning basketball.
Wow.
And I think that's kind of what we were able to instill pretty quickly is just that championship and that winning culture.
Right. And I tell you, if you're successful, you keep winning, you get all fish sandwiches for free in North Nashville for the next 5 years, guy. Because
love me a fish sandwich.
Listen, you are the talk of the barbershops, you're the talk of the grocery stores, and not just because you're winning. That's one thing, but your personality. Yeah. It's like you're made for success. And doing some research on you, I don't do much research. I like to freestyle.
That's right.
I mess up sometimes, but I see you're a winner. You're a competitor. You stay in the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back a little bit. Was it difficult to leave a game of basketball after injuries? I know you loved the game, the bounce of the ball, the squeak of the shoes, but have you really given it up? Like, I still wish I could play a little bit.
I've given up that part of it.
Okay.
I'm fully immersed in coaching, but it was definitely difficult.
Right.
When you first stop playing the game and not playing competitively with the clock and the referees, like you missed that, something that you dreamed of and done your whole life.
Right.
Like I said, I've been doing it since I was 4 years old, 5 years old, just playing the game, competing. So when it does stop, man, it's tough. It's tough to transition. It's tough to turn the page. But I think the beautiful thing is when you jump into coaching, you're still very close to it. Like I get my shots up every day.
Absolutely.
Just grab a manager, one of my guys. Hey, rebound for me. I'll get up 100 threes, 200 threes.
Yeah.
Sometimes my energy feels great. I'll keep going. Hey, coach, you still shooting, man? It's my sanctuary.
Right.
When I lost my dad, the gym was my sanctuary. It's the only place that I wanted to go and feel at peace and get away from the world with the gym. And that's always going to be my outlet when I'm sad, mad, going through something, whatever. I'm going to the gym.
I was going through a divorce in Atlanta, Georgia. I was married to my son's mother for 5 years, and we got a divorce. And, man, that gym saved my life, bro. You've heard basketball players say that. Man. But it was me and the ball and my radio.
That's right.
To 10:30 at night for months at a time, guy. I mean, I'm killing everybody in my mind. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Mike, Magic, Bird, everybody got it because I needed that outlet. And it allowed me to decompress.
That's right.
And that's what sports can do, whether you play at a high level or not.
That's right.
So you can take that, guy. We can make it work, guy. I don't want Mama to get mad at
No,
us.
we good. We good.
I don't want Mama to get mad at us, guy. But that's the great thing about sports, man. It can give you and show you so much that you need, guy. And so you are a father figure to these young men now. They're coming up on the biggest games of their life. Okay, how has those conversations been with your team? Because I'm sure the game plan is no turnovers, ball control, making shots, box out. Because you play at a high level, you know how big teams would try to play against a smaller team.
Yeah.
Is the team mentally prepared for the next level? You think they're ready?
For the tournament?
Yeah, for the tournament, you think they're ready?
We're very ready. We're very ready, and I think it's all the mentality. It's all the confidence that they have. The message that we've given them this week is we are not a Cinderella and we are not an underdog.
Right.
We're us.
Right.
And us is 23-9. Us has been playing great basketball these last 4 weeks on the defensive end and offensive end. We go into this tournament and attack with that mindset, we're going to get it done. There ain't no we're going to pull off an upset. No, ain't no upset. We ain't talking about none of that. Any of that stuff is weakness, right? Any of that stuff lets weakness set in and tells you that, oh, maybe you're not good enough. Well, we are good enough.
Right.
So we had to go for it the way we know to go for it.
That mentality is so part of you. I mean, playing at the highest level, playing at Duke, and what's the name of the stadium? Camden
Indoor.
Cameron Indoor. I will see videos of kids sleeping out before. That's pretty big, man. You know, you like the most humble rock star that I've met. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a good thing. And that spills over to your team. Like, don't be surprised when you win. You're supposed to win. Those guys are not. They have to prove that they're better. Don't give it to them.
No, they got to prove it.
They got to prove it. And so. I know our time is waning. I want you to be on time for your next appointment.
This is just part one.
But we're proud of you. We're pulling for you. We're praying for you. Hopefully, man, the phone calls for kids that want to come to TSU will just overflood your phone in your office, guy, because you laid the foundation of something special. And I was just at the YMCA earlier, and the old heads were just speaking highly of you, guy. Old guys that graduated from TSU in the 60s and 70s, man. And so just want to say, man, thank you for your time.
Absolutely, of course.
Thank you for coming by to the high table, guy. And any parting words for your fans out here that you want to tell them, and we'll move on from there.
I think to Tennessee State, to Nashville, to the whole community, just honored and proud to do what we did this year, and excited to just continue to build. We're a strong program, the history here, and now we're going to continue to build and make more history.
You talk about history. You have Chuck Robinson.
Yes.
You have Anthony Mason.
Carlos.
Carlos. Yeah, we played a lot of ball together.
Yeah.
A lot of ball together, man. So we're definitely proud of you. And don't forget Ted McClain.
Yes, sir.
Have you met him before?
I haven't met him yet.
You got to meet Hound.
Yeah.
Hound and his running buddy.
Rob Cub, been around a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Been around a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's big, man. And so, well, man, we appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. And this is season 2 of the High Table. See you guys.